What's up YouTube, Colby Baxter here, back for another tool review video. That's right, you heard it first here. We are doing a tool review on the Icon ratcheting wrenches I got not too long ago. So this one is a good one, let me tell you what. These wrenches have really surprised me. But let's flip the camera around and go talk about it. So real quick, while trying to set up my tripod to get the nice angle where I use two hands, my tripod just broke, so bear with me. I need to get a new one, but we're still gonna do the video. It's just gonna be a little bit shakier than what I expected, but you'll still enjoy it. Let's go. So starting off, let's talk about the case. So the case is still, you know, it's a little dirty, but it's still intact and there's no cracks or nicks anywhere on it, and that is thoroughly the cardboard in the bottom. Now without the cardboard in the bottom, I really think this would have been cracked and destroyed a long time ago, because I see a lot of snap-on cases that don't have that little piece of cardboard under it that slowly crumble, crinkle, and just break away. Now let's talk about the actual ratcheting mechanism of the wrench itself. So works just fine. Works better than expected. It's a 72 tooth design ratchet, which you may think, they have 90 tooth, this and that. But for the price range of these, for $162, these ratchets are amazing. I keep them on my little roll around tool cart instead of regular wrenches, because I will grab these before I grab anything else, and I actually break stubborn bolts loose with these, because with the big 19 or 18 even, when I'm working on any type of car, for some reason some manufacturers like to use thread locker to like keep the bolts in, like caliper bolts on brakes, and I will take these and just like bounce up and down on them with my full weight. Nothing. No slip, no breakage, no anything. They will break the bolt loose and they work perfectly fine. I've even taken my 19 and put a big 2 to 3 foot piece of pipe on there as a breaker bar to crack that sucker loose, and it hasn't slipped off or broken or nothing. So these wrenches are very strong and very high quality, and I cannot stress enough how nice it is having these really long handles. Just look at this 19. It is longer than my forearm, and just for reference, I wear a size 11 shoe, you guys. So if you know how big a size 11 in men's is, you'll realize this is a long sucker right here. So now on to the angled head of the ratchet. Oh my goodness, you guys, life changer. Because a lot of ratchets have a slight angle or straight. These with that nice little bend right there just work amazing when you're in a tight spot. Sometimes you can't just get it straight on. You have to kind of get a little angle going. And it's so nice just to take it, flip it, either way you need to get the angle. It has helped me a lot. For example, I actually use this 12 right here to do 2 rear wheel cylinders on this Saturn SEL today. And once you took the brake hose off, there's a weird little angle. So thankfully I had that nice little fixed head, so I can just put it on there like that. Ratchet the 2 retaining bolts on and off, take the bleeder off, and then put everything back together with the new one. Speaking of taking things on and off, if you look, these mechanisms right here I was talking about still work just fine. This wrench, the 10mm, is used a lot, especially when I'm bleeding brakes and whatnot. But let me tell you what, having that, I still highly recommend over the wrenches. You have to flip them backwards to change the direction to get the bolt in and out, because I've actually backed myself out into a position where I cannot you know, move the wrench. I'm like, well, dang it, the bolt's backed all the way out to some cross member, some crossbar, something's in the way. If you had the one you had to flip around to make it go back in a little bit, you'd be SOL. But since you have this, all you gotta do is click the lever and put it back in a little bit, take your wrench off, and use the actual fixed head side. So another reason to get these is they got the interchangeable direction with this little lever, which clicks real nice and works real well. And I use this probably the most out of any wrench in this set. Lastly, let's talk about the little fixed head here. Now, this is probably the only like somewhat negative thing I have to say about these wrenches, is the fact that if you look real close, see if it focuses here, you can kind of see that there's nothing special inside that head. It's just the fixed head. Now, the reason I don't really like that is because, like, I've used Mac ratchets, you know, Mac tools, love them, one of my favorite tool companies out there. But I've used Mac ratchets, wrenches, and they have this little tiny nick in there, and you really wouldn't think it'd do anything, but oh my goodness, does it work amazing. It does not slip off the bolt at all. These, trying to take stuff loose, it's still nice to have that leverage, that length, but being a normal head, it just slips around. I was doing a belt on this Toyota Yaris the other day, and the 14 I was using, which is actually right here, kept kind of slipping off. So that's probably the only little complaint I have. And if you look, you can kind of see a little dent right there where the bolt actually messed up the head of the wrench a little bit. So overall, the review on this out of 5 stars would have to be 4 out of 5. Love the storage tray, love the ratcheting mechanism, love the little flip lever, but it's just those heads. If Icon would put like a little slit in there, like I've seen Mac use, I know it's the only brand I mentioned, but I've seen like Matco have something similar, Snap-on have something similar. It's like an anti-slip thing where it doesn't slip around the bolt. That'd be amazing. This would make it a 5 out of 5. The length is amazing, but overall, would I recommend buying these? I would highly recommend buying these because of the price point. It's a lifetime warranty. You get a nice storage tray. They're only $162 compared to a set of wrenches from Snap-on being $300 to $500, Matco being like $200 to $300, and Mac being about $250 to $350-ish. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, is what those companies normally go for. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying that this is just a good bang for your buck if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to use than using tool truck tools. Because trust me, tool truck tools are not cheap. It's nice until you check your bank account every week or 2 weeks and it's constantly money getting taken out for payments. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, comment down below for more content, subscribe to see all the newest videos. I have a lot coming up. And if you've noticed, I've been posting every Monday and Wednesday. It's a new schedule I'm trying to stick to. And as always, you guys, peace out.